Welcome, everyone, to Make Your Day Richer. I am your host, Richard Wilmore. I'm so happy you're here. You know who else is here? Tiffani Bradley. She's a spiritual support coach, author, and a fierce advocate for healing after religious trauma. Her debut book, Coming Out of the Cave, is a bold and beautiful exploration of church hurt, spiritual awakening, and the journey to reclaim your divine identity. Tiffani's voice is clear, compassionate, and unflinching as she challenges toxic traditions and invites readers to expand beyond fear-based faith. Whether she's guiding clients through spiritual transitions or raising three incredible kids, Tiffani brings wisdom, warmth, and a deep belief in power of truth to transform lives. So if that sounds like a good show to you, click the like button, click the share button, and let's start the show.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
Tiffani, good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning to you. Again, thank you for having me. I'm excited to have the discussion and talk with you today. So this is wonderful.
Yes. Now, Tiffani is in the Charlotte area, but she's virtual today, just so you know. So she is in the area, which is fun, but you weren't able to come make it. Where did you grow up here?
No, I grew up actually where I am now. I'm in New York, and this is where I was born. But most of my growing up years from age 11 to 34, I grew up in Columbia, Maryland.
Oh, why did I think you were from here?
I have been here for a while, though. I have lived in Charlotte for about 18 years now.
Okay. And you love it here?
I do. I
Good.
do. It's nice.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on your book, Coming Out of the Cave.
Thank you.
Was being an author on your life bingo card?
No, not really. It's like the reason and the purpose for why I wrote the book is what led me down that path. But no, I never really thought. I mean, I do like to write and journal, but in terms of being a published author, no. Wonderful surprise.
Yeah. Well, tell everyone what about the book, Coming Out of the Cave, and what they can find in it.
Okay. My book, Coming Out of the Cave, is talking about my church hurt experience, my spiritual journey, going from a place of being hurt by the church to gaining clarity and truth in my personal relationship with God, and gaining what I call spiritual esteem, raising that. And that has positively impacted every area of my life since I've gone on that journey. And so I wanted to share that with people. I've talked to many people over the years who have had church hurt experiences, being hurt, disappointed, sometimes traumatized by their religious experiences and their communities. And so I wanted to affirm those people who have gone through those experiences and encourage them to go on a journey to expand beyond what the foundational teachings that they've received in their religious belief systems are. Because when you do, you realize how beautiful and how rich this spiritual journey can be.
Who would you say that the book is for? Like, who should be reading this book?
Who should be reading this book is people, like I said, who have been hurt by the church, who have been disillusioned, maybe stuck in their spiritual journey because they were hurt and because they were disappointed in what they thought that they would gain from their religious belief system and the church communities that they were involved in, they didn't get. People who are starting to ask questions and what I would say is having their own awakening, like you kind of deal with or become aware of some of the contradictions. For example, the Bible says that we're the church, but then you are criticized and judged if you don't go into the church building.
Go into the building, yeah.
Right. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, but I'm a sinner. You know what I'm saying? So
it can be very confusing, yes.
Right. And so that kind of messes with how to view God, how to view yourself as it pertains to your connection with God. So people who are having that awakening. And then there's a lot of things that have been normalized in the church that are toxic and traumatic and really derive from manipulation and control, unfortunately, within the church body.
what prompted you to write the book, and what did it feel like while you were writing it?
Okay, so what prompted me to write the book? There is three major experiences that landed me here to write the book. The last experience was me and my family were under an amazing pastor, young guy who really talked about the truth of who God is, who really encouraged you and uplifted you in knowing who you are based on whose you are, who did not lean into tradition and doctrine and rules and regulations, but just really giving clarity and understanding about God, about worship, about faith. And, we were under him, I believe, for about 7 or 8 years. So he was led to change the day of worship because he done his research and realized the Sabbath is really on Saturday. And so for a year, he taught on that. He shared the scriptures that supported that, the research into why he really was compelled to want to honor that commandment, which is honor the Sabbath and keep it holy. And he was like, I realized that we're not doing that. So I want our church body to do that. Well, he was taken to court. There was protests. People had placards calling him everything but a child of God. There were silent protests, groups of people in the church dressed in black, standing the whole time during service. And at this time, unfortunately, he was fighting kidney disease. And this was over 5 years of them taking him in and out of court. He received death threats, all for just changing the day. Understand the belief, the Bible, messaging, nothing changed but the day. And so after 5 years and the stress of everything at 48, he passed away.
Oh my gosh.
So I had left the church prior to that. And when I left, he reached out to me to ask what caused me to leave the church. And it was funny, Richard. So I'm a Virgo, so I'm very organized. And I'm like, let me write everything down. Let me get my bullet points so I don't forget anything. So we had an appointed time to have the conversation. He calls and I start going off my list. This is the reason. And here's another reason. And this is why. And he's like, okay, all right. And then after I finished my list, he was like, well, let me tell you why else you're not coming. And so he was the first person that God sent me to support me on my journey at the very beginning. Um, and I saw how the church was treating him, as I shared with you, with the death threats and the protests and whatnot, and how it was impacting his health. And I was afraid, and I felt that what happened was going to happen. And I was like, why don't we do a podcast? I was like, I feel the way that you preach the word and that you're so inclusive and uplifting and positive about who we are and who we are in God. I think we should reach more people. So I started sending him topics and outlines and everything. And then he became more and more sick, and his health was declining. And 2 weeks before he died, I had actually like a download, like a spiritual download, that this is a book. Like every message or every topic that I came up with was a chapter for the book. And so I shared that with him. I was like, I think this is supposed to be a book. And the last thing that he said, he was like, I support it. I think that's great. If you have any questions, reach out to me. But then 2 weeks later, he was gone.
Oh, the book is new, isn't it? It just came out.
Yeah, so this was 2018, and this is why it took a while. Because my first draft, I'm angry, like the tone, because it's on the heels of what I knew. And I'm like, I can't, there's no way you cannot connect what he went through with the people in that church and him going to court and fighting kidney disease, that did not lead to his early demise.
Yeah.
And it's just like, but you're saved, right? But you're followers of Christ, right? Wasn't the last commandment Jesus left was for us to love one another? What's happening? And that's when I was just completely done and stepped away. That was my last major church hurt experience.
What have you heard from the people, even though it's relatively newly released? What have you been hearing from the people who have read it?
I've been hearing that they're like, I never thought about
Yeah.
that, like, because I each chapter kind of breaks down like the general issues, from judgment, sexism, homophobia, like I'm addressing all of those things, and I even use Harry Potter as a metaphor for how church really should be. And
Um,
so I get a lot of, I never thought about it that way. So
that well, I would go down a different route of what the church would think about having Harry Potter as, but we won't. That's a different show. Um, and it's available wherever people get books. I'm
yeah,
assuming.
Amazon. You can
Okay.
get I have it in digital form and paperback.
What does it feel like now that it's out? Like
It
now that it's out there,
feels
how do you feel?
I'm a mother of three, and this feels like another wonderful, beautiful baby I have birthed.
Mm,
And I'm excited because I'm a person that I really do like to be that source of encouragement and upliftment for people. And now I have like something I can channel all of that energy and intention into by
yeah.
having this book out there. And like I said, I'm hoping that it would aid in people's healing from people having similar experiences that I have had.
Yeah. The book is called Coming Out of the Cave. I'm curious where that title came from. And if there were any other titles that you were playing with before you settled on that.
That was the first one, and
That's it.
that's what I've stayed with. Coming out of the cave is a metaphor, the church being the cave, because you're made to feel like there's this big bad world outside. It's negative. The enemy is around every corner. There's temptation, people out to mistreat you and get you. So stay in the cave, come to Bible study, come to this service, come to that service, be in church every Sunday, be in the cave. It's safe, it's dry, it's comfortable. But my thing is, but when you come out of the cave, you realize actually how beautiful it is outside. You have the connections with people who are wonderful and good hearted. You have nature and creation around you. You have all these wonderful lived experiences that you can cut yourself off from when you're afraid in the cave. And then being led by fear is very limiting to what your lived experience can be.
Yeah.
And, we're all connected. So if I just stick with people who already, know God or who are in the church, think of all the other people that I'm not
Missing out
connecting with
on.
and learning from
Yeah.
and expanding my knowledge and my experience of the world around me and different belief systems and ideologies and perspectives that grows each of us when we connect that way
Mm.
and
Well,
not judging, respecting one
I'm
another.
still going to throw it out there that I think you should have a podcast, but that's a different conversation we'll have not on this show. Just saying. Is it a one and done thing with the book, or you think you're going to write again?
I'm actually outlining my second book, which, wait for it, Sex is a Spiritual Superpower.
Uh-oh. Are you going to come back for that one, I hope?
Oh,
When it comes out?
absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
And tell everybody about Aqua Rose Life Enterprises.
So, Aqua Rose Life Enterprises is, I'm a spiritual support coach. So, for those people, like I said, who are coming to that awakening or who are stuck spiritually by their experience and they've conflated God with church, which is also something that we're taught that's completely inaccurate. So, it's just like church let me down. The church people hurt me. So, forget it, and
Yeah.
so you're stuck and you're not moving forward. So I'm here to be like, I hear you, I affirm your experience, and let me guide you on your journey, because I'm not here to tell you what it should be, and I don't think any of us should. I feel like church and your religious belief systems, whatever you're born into, is almost like going to a university. You're getting
Mm.
foundational understanding, you're getting an introduction to a higher power, and that's supposed to kind of help anchor you as you go on your journey, your individual journey.
Uh,
So, community is good, but remember, you came in this world by yourself, you're going to leave by yourself, and you came by here by divine right. So, you have your path to walk.
tell me she doesn't need a podcast. What is the best way that people can connect with you?
They can go on my Facebook page, Aqua Rose Life Enterprises. Um, and they can buy the book.
Yes, please. Yes, yes. So we'll put all those links in the show notes. What do you love most about your life right now?
I love my youngest child just graduated from high school, and
Oh my
today is
God.
actually his first day of college classes. And I feel good of raising three amazing, authentic, big hearted, wonderful human beings, that I was the gateway for those spirits to come into the world. And the friends and relationships and my relationships with my family is so rich and wonderful. And now I kind of get a chance to get more and more back to self and continuing my journey, because naturally you have to be inclusive of your raising kids and everything like that, pouring into them. And now it's just like, how far can I go with the message and my purpose, and how I can really help and touch the lives of other people now that that season has kind of wound down.
Yeah, and is the baby out of the house too? So you're empty nester?
Not out of the house yet. They're going to
Yeah.
do community college for
Cool.
about 18 months. They've been doing dual enrollment, and then they're going to transition to a 4 year in about 18 months. So almost.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we go today, will you play a game with me?
Oh, yeah. Love you.
Okay, good. If you win, everybody in our non-existent studio audience gets a copy of your book coming out of the cave. Okay, so no
Awesome.
pressure.
Okay.
There's a lot of people in this studio waiting. Okay, based on the title of your book coming out of the cave, I have a list of things that live in caves, and I'm
Okay.
gonna describe them to you. And if you can get 3 out of 5, everybody will win a copy of your book.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Okay. Not grasshoppers, but something similar to a grasshopper.
Kangaroo.
No, we'll pass. They're 8 legs and they make webs.
Spider.
Yes. A vampire flies at night.
Bats.
Yes. And could be the final one. Grizzly
Bear.
bear. That's it. That's it. You did it, Tiffani. You did it. Everyone in the non-existent studio audience gets a copy of Coming Out of the Cave. So thank you very much for doing that for everyone. I appreciate it.
Oh, great. I'm glad I did it. Glad I got it.
Tiffani, you're a pleasure. I'm so glad you came on, and it was so nice to meet you.
Oh, it's great meeting you too, Richard. Thank you again for having me on. This has been wonderful.
Come back anytime when that next book comes out. Let me know.
I will. I promise.
Okay. Good. Tiffani Bradley, everyone. The book is called Coming Out of the Cave. We're going to take a break, so don't go anywhere. Come right back after this. Life is difficult. Are you feeling overwhelmed or like you could use a little support for your mental well-being? Visit the Help Hub. It's the most comprehensive and inclusive free online destination for mental health resources, helpful tools, crisis hotlines, and supportive content. Just go to thehelphub.co to find the resources you need when you need them most. Unlike other resource pages, the Help Hub is divided into 16 different categories, ensuring that everyone in every community has access to the resources and support that matches their unique needs. Find the help you're looking for at thehelphub.co. That's it for week 1, season 2. Can you believe it's over already? I can't. Come back Monday for Dave Maldonado, who was in the movie. He's in so many movies, so many TV shows. Sinners is his latest movie. He's on a Netflix series coming this fall. And what I found out is he's actually going to be virtually in Charlotte for the Charlotte Film Festival coming up in October. But so that's exciting. I was all excited to actually meet him in person, but he's doing it virtually. And Ollie, who's the founder of the Charlotte Film Festival, will be here at the beginning of October. So full circle moment. Have a great weekend, everyone. Go make your day richer. Go make somebody else's day richer. You've made mine by watching this show, and I love you for it. And hey, maybe this weekend, buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/makeyourdayricher. See you Monday, everyone. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.